Select all the correct answers. Select all the expressions that are equivalent to the polynomial below. So this one takes a little bit of time, and we're going to start off by double distributing or foiling those first two values, the 3x minus 7 times the 2x plus 8. And so I'm going to start working on paper here. So our first, again, is going to be the double distributive. And we're going to take 3x times 2x and 3x times 8. Then we're going to take negative 7 times 2x and negative 7 times 8. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times positive 8 is positive 24x. Negative 7 times 2x is negative 14x, because it was negative times positive. And negative 7 times positive 8 is negative 56. And then when we combine like terms, our like terms are the 24x and the negative 14x. And we get 6x squared plus 10x minus 56. So we foiled that. And now what we need to do is we need to see what happens when we look at the first choice, which is going to require us to distribute. And what we're hoping for is once we distribute and combine like terms, that we have the same answer that we had up above. We don't need the parentheses in our first term, so we're going to get 11x squared plus 7x minus 55 when we distribute. Negative times 5x squared is negative 5x squared. Negative times negative is positive 3x. Negative times positive 1 is negative 1. And then we're going to combine like terms. 11x squared minus 5x squared. 11 minus 5 is 6. We have 7x plus 3x, which is 10x. So looking good so far, because we want to match our answer here to there. And then negative 55 minus 1 is negative 56. So our first choice there does seem to be an answer, but unfortunately for us, it select all the correct answers, so we can't stop there. But this one, yes, that one is an answer. On our next problem here, we're going to have to distribute 4 times x and 4 times 4. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 4 is 16. It's going to be negative 16. We also need to distribute here, here, and there. Be careful of the negative sign. Negative 2 times 3x squared is negative 6x squared. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. Negative 2 times negative 20 is positive 40. And then we need to combine like terms. Well, we actually don't have to do much more after looking here, because negative, this first term, when I write the 6x squared, the negative 6x squared first, it's negative and our answer up here is positive when we go back and compare. So that is not going to be the same. If you did want to know the rest of the answers here, 4x and negative 6x would give us negative 2x, and then negative 16 plus 40 would give us 24. Again, not the answer. So we go down here to our next choice listed, and we do not need the parentheses in the first one. We've got 3x squared plus 5x minus 28. The reason we don't need the parentheses is it's kind of like saying there's a 1 outside that parentheses. And 1 times what's in that parentheses is just the same same numbers, same values that's in the parentheses. But because there's a minus over here, we do need, again, to distribute. We get negative 2x squared. Negative times positive gives us negative 4x. And negative times positive 28 gives us negative 28. And then we can combine like terms. And again, after doing this first term, 3x squared minus 2x squared gives us 1x squared. So this one is not going to be an answer. But if you do want to know just the answer to the rest of it, 5x minus 4x is 1x, and negative 28 and negative 28 is negative 56. But again, that does not match the 6x squared plus 10x minus 56. And that's the hard part about having check all that apply. But the good news here on this next one is that there's nothing in front of this parentheses, and there's a plus in front of this parentheses, so we simply can eliminate the parentheses and combine like terms. We've got 11x squared plus 7x minus 55 plus 5x squared minus 3x plus 1. And when we combine like terms, we've got 11x squared plus 5x squared, which is 16x squared, which means that it's not going to match our answers here. If you want to know the answer to the rest of it, just very quickly, 7x minus 3x is 4x, and negative 55 plus 1 is negative 54. Again, not the answer. So I'm going to flip things over. And as we take a look at our next one, we've seen, at least it looks familiar, but we've got a plus in front of here. So we know what this distributes to. We get 4x minus 16, and then we're going to distribute here. The difference from before is that there's a plus here, so it's going to be plus 6x squared. 2 times 3x is plus 6x. 2 times negative 20 is negative 40. And when we combine like terms, then we're going to start with the 6x squared. It doesn't have anything alike, but we do have 4x plus 6x, which is 10x, and negative 16 minus 40 gives us negative 56. So if we compare back there, 6x squared plus 10x minus 56, 6x squared plus 10x minus 56, this is an answer. And unfortunately, we can't just assume that the last one is or is not an answer. We need to work it out one more time. But as we finish here, we don't need any parentheses. I'm going to check back here and make sure that I copied it right. So 3x squared plus 5x minus 28, and then plus 3x squared plus 5x minus 28. And when we combine like terms, 3x squared plus 3x squared is 6x squared. 5x plus 5x is 10x. And negative 28 plus negative 28, again, don't hesitate to use decimals, is negative 56. And what we see, at least by having to do that last one, is that this is also an answer.